an interesting question for you guys. Can Godzilla really stop the rumbling from Attack on Titan? My answer, probably. I mean, he's got the atomic breath. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. The video we're gonna be watching is by Goji Center. I'll throw him up on the screen right now so you can see him. And let's check out the true answer to the question, can Godzilla really stop the rumbling?
In this episode, legendary Godzilla will be tasked to stop one of the most destructive cataclysms in history. It is very destructive. An apocalyptic event set to destroy all life on Earth in the most devastating and horrifying way imaginable.
All the colossal titans,
this,
bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, is the rumbling.
The rumbling.
Today we will
I'm
focus
hyped.
on the challenges that the G-Man
if you haven't yet, guys, by the way, before we jump in,
entire legions
hit that subscribe button. We just hit 500,000 subs.
Godzilla's
Thank you guys so much.
Strategies that will either end
much love, guys. Much love.
once and for all, or possibly get him killed.
That looks so sick.
Will the G-Man prevail and establish order once again on the planet, or will he perish with the rest? All this
I think he's got it,
more
bro.
in today's episode, Legendary Godzilla versus the Rumbling.
What do you guys think? It's just one Godzilla, by the way.
Let's explain what the Rumbling actually is.
Yeah,
in the
let's
global hit
get it out there.
known as Attack on Titan, we are introduced to an island known as Paradis, home of a group of people known as the Eldians.
Ginormous
this place's
people.
most notable
They can transform, I guess,
were
but, you know.
3 walls that provided refuge for its inhabitants. This particular set of structures will be very important in this episode.
The walls.
Pay
Look at that
close
colossal
attention.
titan down there.
This said rumbling is an event that is triggered by a supernatural being known as the Founding
Kane Pixels,
Titan,
that's the one
which
that's
would
like kind of in
unleash
real
legions
life.
Of massive humanoid
Kane
creatures
Pixels make good videos too.
Colossal Titans. These would then proceed to trample everything in their path, causing death, destruction, and inevitable doom on the rest of the inhabitants of the world. What exactly are these things? As their name suggests, colossal, or sometimes referred to as Colossus Titans, are gigantic, skinless humanoid beings.
Skinless, bro. That always weirded me out.
Meters in height.
There's a bunch of meat.
Each of these has regenerative attributes, capable of regenerating lost limbs, organs, and anything severely damaged from
pretty crazy.
Or explosives. But the Rumbling isn't just made up of a few of these. To say there are many more is an absolute understatement.
I mean, look at all of those.
These walls.
How do you beat that, Godzilla?
These 50-meter defensive structures were actually made up of many colossal titans that hardened into the shape of these walls.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So now we can see that we aren't dealing with thousands of these, but potentially hundreds of thousands of colossal titans.
That is not MVR.
We
this
know
is
what
MVR's
some of you
video.
Were thinking. It was said by
That's
an
one where you can look
individual
around.
known as Carl Fritz that there were tens of millions. This was most likely an exaggeration, as well as William Tyburn's statement that there were millions as well. We really can't take this at face value since the number doesn't add up. Here at Goji, we did you guys a favor and made a rough estimate on how many colossal titans would fit inside these walls.
Okay, how many?
We won't bore you with all the math involved, but we went ahead and figured that these walls would most likely fit anywhere between 573 to 590,000 colossal titans. Although large, these massive creatures would move at speeds faster than a sprinting human, and even faster than a galloping horse. One of the commanders of the Survey Corps even claimed the Rumbling could travel 600 kilometers inland within half a day.
That is crazy.
Which puts their speed at around 50 kilometers per hour. Now that we have a good estimate of how many colossal titans Godzilla will face, let's now enter the simulation platform.
Godzilla's got to destroy 500K.
Encounter.
What?
Will Godzilla even care about the destruction of mankind? Well, that depends. In the past, the G-Man has been a bit nonchalant when witnessing humans get killed as collateral damage. He's killed his fair share himself as well. To answer this question and to find out whether or not he'll get at the Rumbling, we need to understand his role in the planet, which is to maintain balance, equilibrium on Earth.
He's got to maintain that balance, and he sure does.
To the well-being of the Earth will be on Godzilla's good side, and anything that does not will face his wrath. In this scenario, the Rumbling will begin here, the island of Madagascar. Oh, you thought the world of Attack on Titan is just random splotches of land? Watch this. In order to hit the mainland, this army of colossal titans will have to cross the Mozambique Channel and head towards the African mainland.
Wait, they can walk across? Wait, what?
All human life outside of this body of land.
They're not
the side
that
effects
big.
of having tons
I know they're
of
big,
colossal
but reaching.
titans
Oh, they
swimming
can
about
swim.
are going to be quite devastating.
Never mind.
These titans emit extremely hot gases that take form as steam. These in turn will cause the surrounding water to boil,
I did not know all
cooking
that.
all life forms near the surface of the water along the rumbling's trajectory, turning the ocean into a salty fish soup.
A salty
Godzilla will
Splatoon.
inevitably get a whiff of this and immediately get.
Oh,
It's
yeah, he'd
also
be mad.
important to note that the G-Man would have obviously felt something once the rumbling actually started. More on this later. But now we can bring up the fact that this kaiju is actually in tune and almost synced with the ocean itself.
He's the
it
alpha.
can literally feel this happening, and the sting of
He can
death would
feel
have been
it
detected
happening.
thousands of miles away. The G-Man has now detected this disturbance and now heads towards the incoming rumbling.
And he's ready
As
to rock.
Godzilla
So
heads
who would
toward
even
the
win?
rumbling, we can be sure
He's
that the
heading there right
G-Man
now.
will waste no time taking the long route. He's taking shortcuts.
Oh, he's
If
taking
the rumbling
shortcuts.
takes place in the MonsterVerse cinematic universe, Godzilla will leverage vortexes that are located in the oceans. These allow
Smart.
Titans
That's
to
smart.
travel from point A to point B in
Yep.
record time, similar to how he did this in King of the Monsters.
I remember that.
This will allow Godzilla to get there faster
He
and
got him
fight
through.
some of these colossal titans in a more favorable arena.
I would
Water.
actually like to see this in a
Except
movie.
This water is
Attack on
boiling
Titan
hot.
versus Godzilla?
Will this be a problem for Godzilla?
That'd be sick.
Absolutely not.
Nah,
it
it
is
wouldn't.
actually a lot more likely that the insides of Godzilla are a lot hotter than the surrounding boiling water.
Yeah, he's cooling
This
it.
is because the
It'd be a
G-Man
nice hot
biology
bath
can
for
be
him.
described as thermonuclear, powered by an internal biological nuclear reactor of sorts that keeps this Titan alive and also aids in the powering of his most important
Thermo
weapon
G.
of all,
You
his
guys know.
atomic breath.
Ooh, the atomic-
There is
how much
no doubt
damage would that
Godzilla
do to them,
almost
though?
have to rely on this weapon if he were ever to stand a chance here.
Oh,
Which
for sure.
brings the question, could Godzilla defeat all of these 570,000 plus colossal titans
That's a lot.
absent atomic breath?
That
We
is a
know the
lot.
G-Man's melee prowess is almost second to none. These things are basically half his height, which means that these would easily be dispatched on both land and sea.
They're
On
so
land,
ginormous,
the G-Man
though,
could
bro.
rely on his
So
impressive
ginormous.
set of jaws,
Ugh.
clawed hands, and a sledgehammer of a tail that would
got one
tear
in his
these
mouth.
things apart. On water, Godzilla would have to just swim through them, leveraging his sharp dorsals with his dorsal slice maneuver. The
Nice.
problem with this is
Oh
that it would
my-
take
that
the
one's in
G-Man
half.
weeks or even months to catch up and destroy every single
Yeah, 'cause
individual
can't they just
colossal
regrow
titan
their parts,
without
bro?
taking any breaks, only to turn back and find that these things will regenerate after getting all cut up. Oh yeah, if you didn't know, the only way to effectively kill these
the back
types
of the neck,
titans
right?
is a cut through the nape. And even
The who?
with Godzilla's habit of cutting off
The
heads,
nape?
this will
Nobody
take
said
too
what is that?
long a time to kill all colossal titans. This is
Probably
where the
right. I just don't know
atomic
what it
breath
is.
comes into play.
Here
But
we go,
can
atomic
Godzilla
breath.
kill all the colossal titans with atomic breath?
I don't
We
know,
would
maybe a
like
thermal
to say
pulse, you know?
yes, but that all depends on several factors, such as how spaced out or densely packed they are in a given area, how
True.
they are arranged, and how far this atomic breath can reach.
Yeah, if they
In
just
GVK,
spread out-
we witnessed Godzilla literally
I don't know.
aim towards the center of the Earth
Hollow
and blast
Earth
a hole
beam.
through the crust and mantle, reaching the surface of the hollow Earth. But how much atomic breath was this, and how far did it reach? The
I'd say
crust
pretty
of the
far.
Earth can vary in depth anywhere from 5 to 100 kilometers, depending on where you're standing.
100
the mantle
kilometers?
can reach depths of up to 2,900 kilometers.
Oh, yeah,
Why
bro.
Is this
So it was very
information
far.
important? Well, if we compare this distance to the added lengths of all the walls in Paradise Island, which in turn gives us a good estimate of how many colossal titans would fill this distance,
That's so
we see that if
crazy.
we line up all the colossal titans side by side, this would still be a larger distance than what Godzilla blasted through in Hong Kong.
Really?
Admittedly, stone, sediments, metal, and molten rock are a lot more difficult to blast through than tall, fleshy monsters. Yet this distance is still many times shorter than this line of titans.
I'd like to
Godzilla
see him
could
hit 'em.
probably wipe
One
out
time.
most of the colossal
Let's see
titans,
what happens.
but would be heavily, if not totally, depleted of energy at the end.
Yeah, he'd be tired,
and that's
bro.
assuming these titans are all at once placed in a single line. Remember, if Godzilla takes a break and recovers, the remainder of the colossal titans would continue their
They
warpath
just destroy
of destruction.
everything.
So perhaps
Oh, man.
trying to take out every single one of these
What about
titans
every
is not the
Godzilla
best
versus,
idea.
you know,
Would
the
Godzilla
Rumbling?
figure this out? Yes,
that
and
look on his
here's
face.
why. Number 2, the Alphas.
The Alphas.
Once the G-Man encounters hundreds of thousands of swimming titans, he'll first gauge the threat by destroying a few of them with the atomic ray.
True.
Godzilla's habit of aiming at the head will appear again, allowing him to destroy the napes of each of these colossal titans, preventing them from regenerating again.
He's got that accuracy, my boy.
Looking at the horizon and seeing the plethora of colossal titans, the G-Man now has a decision to make. Waste his time trying to take out all of these smaller titans, or going to the source of the problem.
Source?
Alpha titans such as Godzilla process things more differently than you might think.
Founding Aaron?
Upon seeing how all of these creatures are moving with a single purpose, he'll immediately confirm that there is in fact something else controlling these titans.
There's an
Something
alpha.
is telling them what to do.
And he can destroy him, right? He's all bones.
Alpha. If you know legendary
I don't know if he has
Godzilla,
powers,
you'll know where this is going.
You know.
One of Godzilla's many attributes is the ability to detect other Alpha Titans around the globe.
Like
or
Ghidorah.
at least determine the existence of another giant monster assuming a leadership role.
He's ginormous.
In the past, we've seen a similar scenario where the G-Man determined that this janitor swarm was actually led by a larger specimen. By observing their behaviors,
Godzilla comics are cool, bro. Y'all ever read those?
Any of them? Someone behind all of this. And instead of wasting its atomic breath and energy on 500,000 of these colossal titans, he's heading for the source. Godzilla will now try to take out the Founding Titan.
He's just going straight through.
Now, it is quite possible that this Founding Titan could literally be anywhere.
The Founding Titan is huge, though. You would see him.
Battle of pushing through hundreds of thousands of colossal titans.
You'd have to go through them first.
It could have already made landfall. In this scenario, Godzilla pushes through tons of colossal titans, cutting through them like a hot knife through butter, blasting his way through walls of meat, leaving piles of burnt flesh in his wake.
Yuck, that would smell disgusting.
The G-Man has reached the Founding Titan,
but
is met with a nasty surprise. This thing is a lot bigger than he imagined.
A lot bigger.
The man controlling this massive creature is known as Eren Yeager, who just recently acquired the full power of the Founding Titan, and whose Titan's embodiment resembles something never seen before. This eccentric shape possibly is a result of Eren's head being detached from his body upon transformation, creating this long, massive line of rib-like structure. There are no real concrete official sizes, but by observing how it compares to the surrounding colossal titans, we can conclude that Eren's Founding Titan towers over Godzilla at approximately 350 meters in height.
That looks about right.
That's taller than the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, he's ginormous, bro.
Between 800 to 900 meters in length. Godzilla is now dwarfed, but size is the least of things here. This thing has some serious abilities up its sleeve. Eren Yeager
he has abilities.
3 of the 9 Titans: the Founding, Attack, and Warhammer Titan. The ability to summon any of the past Titan shifters, ability to create more colossal Titans, and ability to morph into any of the Titan forms.
That's actually really cool. I'm beginning into Attack on Titan.
We'll focus on the abilities relevant to a fight against Godzilla. So now we see that there is a really good reason why Godzilla is now aiming to take out the Founding Titan.
Yeah,
in terms of melee prowess, Eren's Founding Titan really can't do much, since its physical build compared to Godzilla's is still way too fragile to actually engage in a 1v1
you could just snap
combat.
some bones.
Its limbs would snap upon making contact with a robust creature like the G-Man.
Exactly.
Even if Eren does morph into any of the other Titan forms, Godzilla would still be able to physically outclass any of these 9 Titan forms.
Step on him!
So what can Eren's Founding Titan do against Godzilla, and how will the G-Man react upon seeing such a monstrosity of a Titan? Let's find out. Number 3, Godzilla versus Founding Titan.
I like this idea.
Godzilla first lets out a roar of defiance against the much larger Founding Titan and begins to charge its atomic breath while running to get a closer look to assess this threat and look for weaknesses. But as Godzilla begins to close the distance, this Titan triggers one of his many abilities: Hardened Spikes. This natural hardening ability is courtesy of the Warhammer Titan, allowing this shifter to create almost any sort of structure and weapon such as spikes.
That's crazy.
These can grow pretty large. They're made out of hardened Titan flesh. But while these could possibly pierce, there is no guarantee that these could cause lethal damage to an extremely dense Titan like the G-Man.
That is true.
The problem with this ability is that it must be used in moderation. Using it too much will exhaust the Titan shifter. These spikes, however, would keep him at bay for now.
It would keep him away.
Evident at this point that this isn't really a question of if Godzilla can stop the rumbling.
That would be so crazy.
Godzilla defeat this founding Titan.
I feel like he would just hit him with an atomic breath and break the bones.
Would still be at range for Godzilla. And given his habit at aiming for the head, this atomic ray with temperatures of more than 500,000 degrees Celsius will make way into the founding Titan's skull through the back of the head and destroying Eren Yeager's head, which controls this founding Titan. The death of Eren Yeager now means that the power of the Titans is now relinquished, and all Titans in existence would vanish before everyone's eyes.
So Godzilla
the rumbling in Attack on Titan could not be stopped with the current technology available in this era. Had this rumbling occurred during the late World War II, Cold War era, and beyond, the rumbling would have been obsolete, especially given the advent of missile and atomic weaponry.
They could have just dropped the bombs on them.
Since Godzilla himself is the embodiment of atomic weapons, there is no doubt that a creature this large, with such weapons, would have no problem defeating any sort of Titan.
No problem at all.
So, to finish off, could the rumbling actually work in the MonsterVerse cinematic universe?
Well, you guys let me know in the comments. What a great video. I mean, especially if Godzilla had some backup, that would be even better for Godzilla. I will see you guys tomorrow. Thank you for watching with me. I love ya. Goodbye.